Welcome to a super heat at Jeffreys Bay. Starting things off with one of the best ever, Joe Parkinson, already up against Coffin and Jordy Smith. 40-minute clash, scored on their top two. All-time king of flow. Whips one back into the pocket, climbs over the section. The man that could take off deeper than anybody on tour on this right-hand point break. Gorgeous lines in sync with the stretched out right through the inside, blasting it off the lip again. Hard off the bottom, even harder off the top. Vertical into a flow to finish.
Look at Joel Parkinson's opening wave. He got the better out of that first wave exchange from both surfers, from all three surfers, I should say. And you can guarantee there's one kid watching this very, very closely, and that is Griffin Colapinto, reminding him how those turns are done as he comes off the bottom. Here we go, jamming into it. Look at the style that Joel Parkinson carries through his maneuvers. Combination of major turns, nice deep bottom turn through the lip again. Very well read wave for Joel Parkinson. This was a smaller one, but it just kept offering him time and time again.
Coffin still riding on the next one. Pacing his way down the line. Mid-face bottom turn, there's the wrap. The Californian winds up for the lip, crushes it. All flow and style from Coffin. Hard off the bottom, runs through a beautiful wrap. Wave building in size and momentum, rips one off the roof. Connor hangs on. Big redirect in the pocket. This thing's starting to rush through the inside, packs the pin. No exit on offer there for Connor, and he's on the board right behind Joel Parkinson. So what a clash we have on paper, a total super heat. All the J-Bay specialists matched up in this first heat of round 4.
Connor, a little bit of downtime to kick things off. Wipes the water out of his eyes. Now he starts to go down the line. Taking his time. Very casual approach from Connor. Now the wave starts to stand up. Look at the speed he carries. Waiting for it. Picking his moment. Now he drives down off the bottom. And there it is, that trademark maneuver from Connor. I love the style that he carries through his turns. Almost lost it right there, Joe. This wave still offering more scoring potential. And the tube, which he didn't come out of, unfortunate. So Connor, 5.67.
A big dig to take a look at that wave. He's got a little bit of movement out the back. So he's not too stressed out at the moment with 36 minutes on the clock. Decision time. Smith setting up his opening turn. Full roundhouse wrap with a solid rebound. Showing that he's got all the time he wants on his favorite wave. Layback jam off the top. Flowing through the pocket into the pit. Smith channeling some serious drive, and that one's just going to rush down the beach without him.
Yeah, unfortunate there for Jordy. That one went a little bit off speed for a bit, but then raced away from him. Up until then, though, some great surfing from Jordy Smith.
Let's see what happened here.
Well, you know, you talk about how much time Jordy has. You know, it's like when you watch someone that's good at a sport like basketball, they've got so much time to play their game. Jordy Smith, very much like that, in a good zone right now, and just tears the lip off. Drives through this barrel, but unfortunately that thing runs away from him.
Connor can certainly lay it down, but Jordy's just like got incredible power reserves. So he's the most powerful. Let's see what he can do on this one.
Thank you, Sean. Thompson watching this one go down. Clean lip line flow for Smith. A lot of movement down the line for Jordy, looking for something big. Big wind-up, layback, carve right into a snap off the top. Finishing down the beach with a big hack off the roof. Some of the best transitions between maneuvers, and the crowd is loving it.
Let's have a look. Jordy taking his time, up and over the top on that section. Transition move at the moment, just setting it up. Now he starts to hit the gas. Look at the speed that he's carrying. You know, something special is going to follow, and there it is. That's the power that Sean was talking about. And then finishing strong. A well put together wave. Not a lot of maneuvers, but the quality of the turns that were done, like this one right here. Pushing, extending that back foot now, compressing holding it in. I mean, you could hear that board screaming under the pressure.
Talking a lot about the layback itself, Potts, with a version of one pedal to the metal, put everything into it, and some that you could almost disguise as a smokescreen. We'll get back to that with Parko up. Joel in the pit, punching free of the barrel there. Big hack out front. The two-time J-Bay champ stalling and still driving, perfectly trimming the barrel at Jeffreys Bay. And just enjoying that view maybe a little bit too much. He goes down.
Spoke to him this morning, and he said it was almost mesmerizing when he was in that tube. He was just watching the little drops of water falling out of the sky, and the thing just kept rattling off, and it kept going and going and going. And Joel Parkinson, one of the best tube riders in the world, without a doubt. Nice little cover up there to start things off. Beautiful snap in the pocket. Sneaky powerful as well as Joel Parkinson again, driving through the section, going, and unfortunately that wave runs away. So Joel Parkinson, that's not going to go into his top two.
5 on the clock in this first heat of round 4. Waves are just sending it down the line. Parko loves the look of this one. Already with a 7.5. Gets going down the line, big vertical. Winds up off the bottom, drills it through the lip. Another beautiful snap from Parkinson. He'll just stretch this thing out deep in the pit, a challenging one.
Picking a smaller wave on the inside, which is kind of interesting. Snaps it up through the top again, and Joel starting to have a bit of spring in his step. He knows he's got a crazy heat ahead of him. And then he pulls into the tube here, which I don't know whether that was a smart move. A smaller wave, Joe. So I don't think that thing was going to open that much.
Impossible to make, so he's done. Jordy's turn. Smith setting up that first wrap. Huge hack. Total control. Front side rip into the pocket on the second move. Smith lines up the lip. Big tail side drift off the barrel section and pulls it off. Always excited to see the finishing moves for Jordy. He doesn't repeat himself. He's not always just going for a weightless float into the flats. He'll surprise you with massive finishes. Joel and Jordy have to be pinching themselves, paddling back out together, and Connor holds priority out the back. Dive into it more here on this first section.
Yeah, let's have a look as he sets it up, starting to build the speed. I love it when you know Jordy's got speed behind him. Something big's going to happen, and right there, just that gouging maneuver. And again, driving back in, just so controlled, so measured yet radical. There's the power that Sean Thompson was talking about, and again, drifting it. So showing the judges variety, as well as the combination of major maneuvers and the all-important speed, power, and flow right here. Look at this turn. As he hooks into it, cuts it short to get around the next section. So just reading the wave, absolutely perfect right now is Jordy Smith. And again, opening those shoulders, extending that back leg. Gave it a little kick right there, releasing the fin.
Waiting for the last of Smith, who's trying to hunt down a 5.41. Here comes Connor Coffin. Second wave of the matchup. Fading down to the bottom. Big carve off the top part of the wave. Big jam right out in front. Here comes another beautiful hack. Now just pushing his point down the beach. Deep off the bottom and just attacking the lip. Bottom drops out. Connor pulls in, gets the exit. Timing the finish. Weightless float. He's loving it.
What a heat, Joe. That's definitely Connor's best wave. 5.67 on his first strike. That is going to be a lot better. He's going to need it, though, because Jordy's going to drop a fairly chunky score.
See what Connor did again.
Beautiful opening maneuver here for Connor. I love the way he takes his time, Joe. Just setting it up. There it is, that beautiful swoop. And again, another turn for Connor as he races down the line. Now he starts to get some speed up. What's he got for us? Big hook and the free fall drop. Critical stuff that just put him in a perfect spot. Great tube right there for Connor. And as you got to do, very important to finish off on your feet. What a wave there for Connor Coffin. Beautiful style. This wave is going to get him right back in the mix, Joe. He's looking for a 6.07. I think he's got it. I love this turn from Connor. Almost a mistake that turned into, how was that? Put him in the perfect spot to get the cleanest little barrel. Came out nice and then finishing strong. Thank you very much for coming, he says.
Holding priority needs a 5.03 to avoid elimination. The two-time J-Bay champ in his swan song at Jeffreys Bay, driving down the line. Super deep on this one. Parko goes the distance. Nice float off the roof. Here comes the swoop right out front. Drills it perfectly to push himself down the line. Little layback under the lip. Big vertical over the roof, and thinking about the pit real quick. Adjust to a finishing move down the line, and Parko gets the finish.
Yeah, I like the fact he stopped looking for the barrel, you know, go to turns. That's what got him so much success here at Jeffreys Bay, those big swooping maneuvers. Joel Parkinson, let's have a look at his replay here as he just hits the gas to get around this section. Almost thought he'd made a mistake with his wave selection, but not to be. This guy knows the place better than most. Beautiful turn right there as he comes around the section again, up and through it. Watch this turn here, Joe. Look at the body position. Wow, different, wasn't it? Kind of leaned into that one a bit more, and again, Joel through the inside, kind of thought about the tube, but went, you know what, I've got to finish this wave, which he does.
To get your tickets for the Surf Ranch happening in September. It's going to be a massive part of the world title race. This man standing now is captain of Team World at the Founders Cup, and he'll be competing there once again for the world title showdown. Big carve to kick things off for Jordy Smith, belting it off the lip. Layback to show that transition right into the barrel. Setting up a big hack under the lip. Beautiful flow into a big rooftop flow.
Needing a 7.35. Let's have a look at Jordy's wave. First turn, important here at Jeffreys Bay. It's more of a transition maneuver there for Jordy. Second maneuver through the lip. Showing some variety. Keeping that speed going down the line. Big, beautiful snap. Straight into the tube. Jordy Smith gouges off the top again, and that 2-for-1 combo right at the end with that free-fall drop.
Layback gouge for Connor Coffin as he transitions once again into that end section part of the wave. Belts it, hangs on, deep in the barrel again, and Connor loves that end section. You saw him beat it, and then he was right into a closeout section. We'll see how the judges react to that, but he's kind of found a system there.
And Jordy Smith needing a 7.35. Let's have a look at Connor's wave first. Beautiful snap to kick it off. That cool, casual approach that Sean was talking about. Here we go. What's he got for us? Setting it up, waiting for it. Opting not to go into the tube on that occasion. Now he goes to that beautiful hacking maneuver from Connor. Hits the brakes, deciding not to get tube there again. Big snap off the top, and then pulls right into the barrel. Comes out nice and clean, and then pulls through the back.
You got Jordy also with a bell, along with Parkinson, who's so dangerous at the Bell's Bowl. Connor's always expected to go a long way in that event as well. Jordy's up now. Jordy coming off the roof real quick. Now getting to a fun part of the wave. Setup work. Just flowing down the line, looking for a big section. He's over it. Now we'll catch up to Joel Parkinson. Lip line float right off the bottom. Bit of a down carve. Now the lip to hit. Crushes it there. Projects off the lip again. Hard off the bottom, and hits it even harder off the top. Another connection down the beach for Parko. He'll step off. So his wave before was a 6.57. That's what he's trying to improve on. Kicked off the matchup with that big 7.5. That barrel could be hypnotizing out here. Let's see what happens.
All setup work so far, just getting himself in the right place, looking for the sweet spot. Floats up over the top there. Bit of a carve, down, pumps off the bottom again. Nice, quick, tight snap there from Joel. Again, up and over the section. This turn right here, the money shot. Bang! Beautiful snap there from Joel. And again, through the lip. He goes down in third spot, needs a 6.07 to get the lead. Really what he needs to do is leapfrog Joel Parkinson, though. Let's see, Joe.
Connor with a lot of drive. Remember last wave in the 4 range, so he's going to put everything into this opener. Big swoop out the back. High line wrap. Now he's dropping to the bottom. Big bowly section to redirect. 3 big maneuvers for the Californian. Stretches out the bottom turn, layback hack. Keeping pace with this inside corner. He'll just jam it off the roof to finish. Beautiful lines from Connor. Changing up that flow with variety and channeling that speed line from start to finish.
6.07. My initial thought is yes. Oh, and Jordy in line. Jordy's looking like he's going to go the first one. The second one looks like the bomb.
Jordy Smith already making his decision. He's got the entire beach behind him through this first section. Front side swoop and cut back into the pocket. Beautiful down carve. Executing that flow that he learned from Parko way back in '99. There's that layback carve down the stretch. Front side wrap. Using the lip to hit. Thinking about his end section now. Legs are burning. Rock and roll float into a reverse.
Look at Jordy's wave. This was a leg burner, Joe. Building his speed. And there's that Jordy Smith hack throwing a lot of water. Again, good combination of turns from Smith. Now he starts to build up that speed. We know something special is going to happen. And there it is, that big man hack from Jordy Smith. Pivots off the tail again. Tight snap. And you can tell those legs are starting to burn. And he goes for broke right at the end here. Doesn't quite pull it off.
Punctuating the big sections, especially with that layback hack. This is what Parko just did.
Yeah, beautiful swoop to start off. Now he starts to go to town, throwing spray up into the heavens. Beautiful, stylish carve. That's more like it from Joel Parkinson. Now he starts to build up his speed. Up and over the top of that one. Beautiful floater maneuver. And he kind of gets caught behind. So 3 solid maneuvers. He needs a 7.7 to get the win. So all Joel needs to do is try and leapfrog Jordy. But Jordy's about to lock in a good score, Joe. There it is.
Last at Jordy Smith, a 7.23. So now Parko needs an 8.07 on his last. Decision for Joel Parkinson. Last score, a 6.7. Not enough. Joel Parkinson knocked out in round 4 by Coffin and Jordy Smith in his last heat ever here at Jeffreys Bay.